Now, we have seen different types of elasticities. We have seen the demand elasticities, the cost price elasticities, and we have seen the supply elasticities. And we are aware that the supply elasticity and the demand elasticity, both of them are more elastic in the long run. Now we're going to look at how the equilibrium price is determined in the long run when we consider elasticities into the picture. So we know that demand and supply are both highly elastic in the long run. So demand curve is going to be very flat in this manner, and the supply curve again is going to be, if this is the short run supply curve, then probably the long run supply curve is going to be a little flatter than that, and this is going to be the long run supply. So we are clear till this. Now what happens is that here is the original equilibrium. We know that this is the equilibrium where the supply and demand meet each other. That is known as the equilibrium point. So this is the original equilibrium, and this is the price, equilibrium price. This is the quantity traded at that price. Now what happens if the demand is shifted towards the right in the long run? Suppose the demand shifts towards the right. So this is the rightward shift of the demand curve. So this is my new demand curve. Now what happens is in the short run, let's just look at the short run for now. So in the short run, my new equilibrium is going to be somewhere here, because this is the supply curve for the short run and this is the demand curve that I have. So the new equilibrium is going to be here, the price is going to increase, and the quantity demanded, the quantity traded is going to increase. Now let's look at what happens in the long run. So the long run equilibrium is going to be here, because the new demand curve is again here only, but the supply curve is going to be flat in the long run, and that is why here we have the quantity demanded, the quantity traded at this point is going to increase, and the net increase in price is going to fall ultimately, because initially, if you see in the short run, what happened was that the increase in price was this much and the quantity increase was this much. But here, ultimately, what happens is that the increase in price is left only this much, and a net increase in quantity traded at this point happens. So you can say that in the short run, the quantity traded increases and the price increases, but in the long run, although the quantity traded again increases, but the price of the equilibrium price, which had increased to P1 in the short run, decreases back to P2 in the long run. So we have a clear picture of what happens in the long run when we consider supply curve in the short run and the long run, and there is a shift in the demand curve. So let's see how the mechanism works. We are first moving from point E to point E1, and from point E1 we are moving back downwards to point E2. So you can clearly see that E1 is higher in the price of equilibrium, initial equilibrium, but the new equilibrium, that is in the long run, the E2 is lower in price than the E1 equilibrium, that is in the short run. And the quantity demanded is again increasing at each and every equilibrium. So we know that in the long run, if the demand curve shifts towards the right, the quantity traded is definitely going to increase, but there will be a little fluctuation in the equilibrium price, because it will initially increase in the short run, but as the supply gets more and more elastic, we will see that the price ultimately falls. Now, on several occasions, we have seen that future price movement, expectation of future price movements does impact our demand and supply in the current scenario. Why? Because if people expect the prices to increase in the future, they will start buying more and more right now in order to avoid buying at a higher price. And that is why it will lead to an increase in demand. And increase in demand is what? A shift in the demand. So it is going to shift the demand curve towards the right. Similar thing can happen in the supply as well. So if the producers expect the price to increase in the future, what they do is they hold stocks right now, and so that they can sell more at a higher price and gain more profit from that. So what will happen in that case is that the supply curve is going to shift inwards, it is going to shift towards the left, and that is why the supply in the current scenario is going to reduce even though the price did not change at the current level. So now what speculation is it's just giving a fancy name to what we are already doing, what we already know. It is just giving a fancy name to it. So speculation is nothing but people making their trading decisions based on expectation of future price movements. So whatever they expect the future price movements to be, they are making their current trading decisions on that basis. Now let's understand this. We have already actually discussed this. Let's just look at this with the help of diagram. So let's say that right now the demand curve is here and the supply curve is here. Now we say that speculation is self-fulfilling. Self-fulfilling. What does that mean? What do we mean when we say that speculation is self-fulfilling? We mean that whatever you expect the future price changes to be, because you're making your current decision on those bases, actually that price movement may happen. How? Because let's suppose that the consumers expect the prices in the future to increase. So what they'll do is, at this moment, they will increase their demand. We have already discussed this. So what they'll do is, they will shift the demand curve towards the right, because the price is not changing right now. It is just an assumption that in the future the price may change. So that is why they will increase their demand, not the quantity demanded, but they will increase their demand, because there is a shift, there is an increase in demand due to other factors and not the own price of the product. So we get a new demand curve over here somewhere. So let's see if the original equilibrium was here. If this was the original equilibrium price and this was the quantity traded at this price, then what happens is that due to a shift in the demand curve, we'll see that the new equilibrium has shifted at a new position, that is here. So we can say that there is an increase in the price and an increase in quantity traded because of a shift in the demand curve. Right. So now, what was speculation? We were just making our trading decisions based on expectation of future price changes. But what did we actually do? We made our trading decisions based on something that may happen in the future, and we ultimately did raise the price because of the decision that we made on expected future price movement. We did increase the price, and that is what we call as speculation is self-fulfilling, because whatever you anticipated actually happened because of the decision that you made due to an expected change. So this is what the speculation looks like. So let's look at the definition of stabilizing speculation. It is the speculation that reduces price fluctuations. As I said, that speculation was self-fulfilling. It was increasing price fluctuation. Stabilizing speculation is going to reduce the price fluctuations. There are going to be price fluctuations, but not as much as there would have been in the absence of stabilizing speculation. So this occurs when speculators believe that the price change that has occurred is temporary. So that is why the speculators, that means those who take their decisions on the basis of expectation of future price movements, still take their decisions, but they take their decisions based on thinking that the increase or the decrease, the price fluctuation that has occurred is temporary and it is going to come back to its original price. Now let's look at the diagram. Suppose this is the original demand, V1, and this is the original supply. Now there is a reason that I am drawing the demand curve so towards the right, away from the origin, because I have to decrease the demand. So let's say this was the original quantity traded and the equilibrium price. So we start from P1, Q1, where the equilibrium is say at E. So say for some reason the demand decreases, there is a leftward shift of the demand curve and it falls drastically to reach this level. So this is my new demand curve, D2, and the equilibrium over here would have been Q2 and P2. So this would have been the equilibrium if there was no speculation in the market. Now, in the presence of speculation, what happens is that since there is a drop in the price, if the suppliers think that this drop in the price is temporary and it will come back up, what will happen is that the suppliers will cut their supply because they expect that there is going to be an increase in the prices in the future, because they think that this drop in the price is temporary and that is why it will come back up and they will want to sell at the prices that are high later. So right now when the prices are low, they don't want to sell, so they cut down their price, their supply, not because the price is low currently, but because they expect the price to increase in the future. That is why they cut their supply, and that is why we come to the new supply curve, which is S2. So that I hope this is clear that why there is a shift in the supply curve and not not movement in the supply curve. Since you can say that there is a drop in price, there should be a movement along the supply curve, and that is not the case because of speculation, because suppliers are not reacting on this fall in the price. They are reacting on the basis of expectation that the price is going to increase in the future. So they are not acting on this price. They are acting on their expectation of future price changes, and that is why we get a shift in the supply curve, because it is due to other factors than the price currently dropping. Now, looking at this from the supply point, we know that the supply is going to shift leftwards. Now, let's look at the demand side. We have this as the demand right now in the absence of speculation. Now, what happens is that the consumers also think that the price is going to come back up. So they also think that the decrease in the price was temporary. It is temporary, and that is why what they do is, if the price drop is temporary and they expect the prices to increase in the future, as we have discussed in the previous case, when consumers expect the price to increase in the future, they will increase their demand. They will increase their demand. There will again be shift in the demand, and not because of the price has fallen, but because they expect that the price in the future is going to increase, and that is why we get a new demand curve. Now let's look at where the equilibrium is. The new equilibrium is going to be somewhere here. So we can see that the quantity traded would have dropped by Q1 minus Q2 in the absence of speculation, and in the absence of speculation, the price would have dropped by P1 minus P2. But we have seen that due to speculation present in the market, the price only dropped by P1 minus P3, which is a lot less than P1 minus P2. And the quantity demanded also did not fall as much as was expected in the previous case, because you can see that Q1 minus Q2 is a larger area than Q1 minus Q3, and similar is the case with P1 minus P2 is bigger, larger than P1 minus P3. So we can say that this was the expected fall in the price, but actual price drop only became this much. And this was the decrease in the quantity traded, but only this much decrease happened in the quantity traded due to stabilizing speculation present in the market. So you know that all the decisions that have been made are not because of the current price fall, but they are because the expected price in the future is higher than the price that has fallen, that has reduced. So we are making all our decisions on the basis of what is the expected future price movement, and not because the price has fallen in the present. So that is why we are having all the shifts in the curves and there is no movement of the curves. So we can say initially the demand decreased from T1 to T2. then the supply decreased from S1 to S2, and then again the demand increased from P1 to P3. So this is the entire mechanism of understanding what is stabilizing speculation. We are beginning from P1 Q1, we are coming to P2 Q2 in the absence of speculation, and in the presence of speculation we come back to P2 P3 Q3. So I hope this is clear to everybody. If there's any doubts, just let me know. I'll answer all the doubts. Now we have seen speculation, we have seen stabilizing speculation. Now let's see what destabilizing speculation means. It is nothing but the complete opposite of stabilizing speculation. In stabilizing speculation, we were trying to reduce the price fluctuations. However, destabilization is a speculation where there is increasing price fluctuation. That is, it magnifies the price fluctuations. It occurs when speculators believe that there will be further price changes in the same direction. So basically, in stabilizing speculation, what we were thinking that if the price has dropped to this much, then it will further come back to the normal price or it will increase. So basically, what the mindset was that there will be a further price change in the opposite direction. That is what we were thinking in stabilizing speculation, and that is like how we were making our decisions, their trading decisions. Here, what is happening is that they are expecting that the same direction price will keep falling or the price will keep increasing. So, in that case, let's look at how the consumers and the firms make their decision for destabilizing speculation, and they are going to magnify what amount of price drop or price change was there. They are going to magnify the same and make it a larger impact on the price fluctuations. Let us again start with the original demand and supply curves. So say this is the original demand curve D1 and this is the original supply curve S1. So now again, in the absence of speculation and in the initial position, we are starting with P1 and Q1. So now let's assume again that for some reason the demand has shifted leftwards, that is decrease, there is a decrease in demand, and in the lack of speculation, what is going to happen? We'll have a fall in the quantity traded and a fall in the equilibrium price. So this much we have done already. Again, so we know that due to a leftward shift in the demand curve, we have a fall in the equilibrium price and there is a reduction in the quantity traded. Now, what destabilizing speculation says that the consumers and the producers both expect that there will be a further price drop in this case because there is a price drop. So they assume that there is going to be even a larger fall in the price. So if the producers think that there is going to be a larger fall in the price, what they do is they try to sell as much as possible at this current price than selling at a price even below this. So they'll increase their supply. They'll shift the supply outward and they'll increase the supply. And now what happens? So now we've seen that the suppliers have increased their supply. From the demand point of view, what happens is right now, if this is a demand curve, then the consumers assume that there is going to be a further drop in the price and they should consume when the price is at the lowest level. So right now they assume that the price is higher than what it will be in the future, and that is why the demand curve further shifts downward, further shifts leftward, because they are trying to save their consumption when the price is even lower than what it is right now. So again, there will be a leftward shift of the demand curve, which is D3, and we'll see that the new equilibrium is going to be over here, which is much lower than the original equilibrium, and even it is lower than what would have been without any speculation. So we were expecting a change of this much, but actual change occurred is P1 minus P3. So we can say that P1 minus P2 would have been the change in the price if there was no speculation, but because of destabilizing speculation, we have a larger change in the price, which is P1 see very well that P1 minus P3 is bigger than P1 minus P2. And this is what we say that it has magnified the price fluctuation. The price fluctuation should have been only this much, but due to destabilizing speculation, the price drop has been a lot more than what it would have been without any speculation. So let's just recap what we've done. So we start with the original P1 and Q1 equilibrium at point E, say. Then what happens is the demand curve for some reason shifts towards the left. For some reason, the demand curve shifts towards the left. Then what happens is, seeing the reduction in price, the firms assume that there will be a further price change in the same direction. There will be further drop in the price. They assume this. So if they assume a further price drop, they do not want to sell at even a lower price. So that is why they increase their production and they start selling more and more goods at this price as much as they can. And that is why the supply curve shifts rightwards. Now, again, looking at the demand side, we have that the consumers also see this price drop as an opportunity to get a further price drop. And again, what will the consumers do is that they will say that, okay, we are not going to consume at this price. Maybe the price will drop even more further and we will consume at a price that is even lower than this. So they will cut down on their consumption and think that they will buy when the prices are even lower than the equilibrium price at this level. So the demand curve again shifts leftward and we get the new equilibrium which is at say E star. Say E star is new equilibrium after destabilizing speculation where the price is P3 and the quantity traded at this point is Q3, and we can see that the price change that would have been without any destabilizing speculation was P1 minus P2, but it has been magnified due to destabilizing speculation and it has become P1 minus P3 instead of the P1 minus P2 that would have been if there was no speculation in the market.